Hello there, children. It's Dad, and we are getting ready for the third installment of the Thumbelina story. If you notice, I do not have the headphones on because it actually made the sound worse last time. So we're going to just do it normal. Alright, so on with part 3 of the Thumbelina story. Last time we left her, she was floating on a leaf in the river far, far away from the toads that kidnapped her. So now, here we go. A pretty little white butterfly hovered over her, and at last it settled on the leaf, for it had taken quite a fancy to Thumbelina. She was happy, for now the toad could not get at her. As she sailed along, the sun shone on the water like a glistening gold, and everything was very pretty. She took off her sash and tied one end of it around the butterfly, and the other end of it she fastened to the leaf. So now it glided along more quickly than ever, being towed by the butterfly. Presently a large beetle came flying along. He caught sight of her and instantly put his claw around her dainty waist and flew up into a tree with her. But the green leaf went sailing down the river and the butterfly with it, for he was fastened to the leaf and could not get away. Oh, that poor butterfly getting yanked downstream by a leaf. Gracious! How frightened, to be sure, was poor little Thumbelina when the beetle flew up into the tree with her. But she was anxious most of all about the poor white butterfly which he had tied securely to the leaf. If he could not get loose, he must surely starve to death. The beetle did not want to trouble himself about that at all. He sat down with her on the largest green leaf in the tree, gave her some honey from the flowers to eat, and told her that she was very pretty, although she did not resemble a beetle in the least. Thumbelina has bad luck with creepy dudes. After that, the other beetles who lived in the tree came and paid them a visit. They looked at Thumbelina, and she shrugged their feelers and said, "Why, she only has 2 legs. What a fright she looks!" "She has no feelers at all," they went on. "Just look how slender her waist is. Fie! She looks just like a human being. How gross. How ugly she is." All the lady beetles said this, and yet Thumbelina was pretty, after all. The beetle who had run off with her thought so too, but as all the others said she was ugly, he began to believe she really was, and so would have nothing more to do with her. Now that's important, because the beetle was right. He knew she was pretty, but since everyone else told him she wasn't, he changed his mind to conform to the group. You don't want to do that. So, she might go where she liked, he said. They flew down from the tree with her and placed her on a daisy. There she sat and cried because she was so ugly that even the beetles would have nothing to do with her. And yet she was the loveliest little thing you could imagine, as fine and delicate as the most beautiful rose petal. All through the summer, poor Thumbelina lived alone in the forest. She plaited herself a hammock of grass stalks and hung it up under the large dock leaf so that the rain could not fall on her. She gathered honey from the flowers for her food and drank the dew which lay fresh every morning on the leaves. Thus summer and autumn passed away, but now winter had come, the long, cold winter. All the birds that had sung so prettily flew away. The flowers withered, the trees shed their leaves, the large dock leaf she had lived under dried up and became a yellow withered stalk, and she felt horribly cold, for her clothes were in rags, and she herself was so small and delicate that she was bound to freeze to death. Poor little Thumbelina. And now it began to snow, and every snowflake which fell upon her was just like having a whole spadeful of snow thrown upon one of us. For we are big, and she was but a thumb long. She wrapped herself up in a withered leaf, but it did not warm her at all, and she shivered in the cold. Whew. Things are looking rough for our little Thumbelina here. Now, that will be the end of part 3, but don't worry. Thumbelina, she's going to be alright. We have many more pages to go. So, I love you girls very, very much. I hope you are all doing well. Dad's doing good, and I miss you, and I think about you every day. So, I hope you enjoyed this part of Thumbelina. Stay tuned for part 4. Love you. Bye-bye.